Where are you going if you didn't hit start?
I did.
So then I don't know what it's on now.
It's on 2777.
Good evening. Good evening, viewers, watchers, listeners. I pray all is well out there. We are going to continue this evening in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. In the last episode, we have begun a new chapter. That chapter is entitled Eternity. We had ended with a reading that started with the line, though the concept is abstract, it's life, the same as you and your thought. Find proof in the following lines. And somewhat of a poem of sorts is where we ended. That poem, however, had not concluded, and we resume there. Remember Jesus, you created your Calvary. Your actions won't deplete your mind. Once you realize they will raise you to heaven, you, reading this now, you are dead. But your soul is alive, and eternity is blessing you to live forever. A grain of life is lost, but it's warm. We are born in pain, and we go with pain. The Bible says, "Be reborn in my soul." You won't, though, freak of nature. Your life and soul makes no sense anymore. Everything is lost. The good is gone. Darkness is captivating your soul. Remember, though, I repeat, Jesus will come back and resurrect your bodies. It's hard for me to watch your souls so faceless, depressed, apathetic. But you're destined to believe eternity. Many cities will go down in ruins. All forests will fall down, but souls will never go away. The earth will be reborn. All the living will resurrect. Earth will shudder, and I will recall you, earth. For us, you are the mother nature and our father too. Evil viciously drenched all in blood. A hand of vengeance will come back and cut you into pieces without hesitation. I see you above me, so ugly, nasty, with white encolored in on your head. My hand will rise for revenge and justice. Anyone gets a chance to live, say this. We live as good as we can without principles of living. As the carriage runs away into the blue expanse, we'll understand where our grief and sadness lies. Although it's there inside my words, may the unworthy rise from ashes, may taste the pearl of life. The sun will fade away and take the earth along. Eternity will take the earthly woe, and Mother Nature will give birth to an earthly and unearthly daughter. Will cry no matter what. Prefer the fate to his bliss. Have done so many sins, and this earthly scum will desecrate the happiness of blue. No matter what your fate stands next to you. You cannot change it. Who is meant to die will die. A fortune is the progress of your life. It's God's intentions. Lord ascended to the glory of the space. You kept the faith in spite of all the demons, and you were hiding the dragon pit of evil. Insanity will disguise the truth. You will be rewarded with a cure. There is a hurdle of life ahead of you. Glory will go down, and a gate crasher will take over the throne. He'll take your souls and barrier himself with an invisible force, which he created on his own. You'll struggle, but there will be bliss, and no one can steer clear of this. Ups and downs and breakthroughs will heal you and bless your undying souls. The fate will rise its wrath over your home. Let there be eternity in your soul, your lovely home. My mind is trembling and living through every day. I introduce myself to sadness and to evil, but the kindness of my soul won't go away. Affection will rise up and bring along the love. My fate is tearing me apart. The abundance of my soul, my body will revive. Through countries will be ruined in the fire. The sea of my memories will die, having put out the second sun. Everything will die and leave a trace behind. The galaxies will break through and lift up the sword. The face will fade away, having stormed into the haze of evil and gloom, and a heavenly garden will bloom. The reader is in your eyes. Remember everything. Profound sleep has brought the prophecy. It lightened all around with the truth. The rascal got what he had been longing for. Earth will tremble, going down in ruins. A soul will rush above to see a bloody trace of dark and evil, taking misery along. The truth will triumph over the deceit and evil, over the war of hearts and blood. Earth is veined with borders. Although the truth will win, will overcome all hardships, the East will show itself in the rise, will disrupt plans, will move the axis of the earth. He will destroy his soul, covering his wounds with an imperishable blanket. He was giving it a thought, shining with a smile. Present and presented the entire East, but the West was the end and the East was the beginning. It will all come from beyond. A trembling hand will flip it over and turn the history upside down. A prince will come, leaving no trace of evil. He will be gone with the wind of glory and honor. Earth was created in 7 days, and there's going to be no 10th day. Another day will come. The memory will leave that life behind. The brighter day will come. I'll twirl your souls. I'll come again. Annihilate the fate. Everyone will forget, except for one who will remember. The earth has told me. The one who came, he did not win. A sunny day will come, and he will do it with a smile and take away my sadness. Let that day be kept in my heart, so beautiful and fine. I will revive, and so will all the living. Memory will purify. A day of bliss is just around the corner. May everything go down in darkness but earth. Forever you'll be mine. The dawn will splash and tame the light with its face. Revenge and darkness will devour the city of the Golden Gate. It will destroy the crest of eagle, of glory and dishonor. An emerald lady will rise from beyond the horizon. She will be wearing a white dress, carrying a rose on her chest, with its thorns going into her flesh. Her judge is God alone. The wreath of roses will light the way in the haze. The star is the beginning of an instant path, the path of knowledge and forgiveness. The earthly joy so bright, so clear and immense. Knowledge is the rise of fullness, abundance of light and soul, the purest beauty. The spiritual mooring birth. It is not in me, it is next to me. It's in the meaning of the essence of generations yet to come. The reason is out in heaven groaning. The light of consciousness broke through the darkness. A flash, a splash, a blazing light has put away the darkness of dishonor. May this blessed light be shining with the joy and with love. The great space will call on all the cheerful planets to come and celebrate. It will perform the sacral ritual of eternity. The tears of reason will wash away the dusk. It will tame everything with the fire. The wreath will come upon the worthless. Planets will shudder in the womb of space. We're innocent. It's the beast inside of me that is to blame. It leaves in me as if a tumor. It's gnawing, sucking, lacerating me. All right. We'll find those who are guilty of the chaos of unspiritual and conscious. Nostradamus warned us, though. Seeing ahead of eternity, you weren't listening. You thought that it was nonsense. Alas, it's the law. It isn't there to kill, but to prevent. The galaxy will fall down piercing with its pain, will storm into eternity like an estranged offspring. While crops and growing ripe, the ripened seeds will start to yield. A moment and fruit is born, destroying everything, or the membrane to be precise. And I'll come back to the beginning, the very start. You are my second birth. Reason will greet its child, renewed and dear. These lines comprise a meaning. No fear, just the meaning. You're the ones to unseal the secret. The 30th century has been announced, so honor it. For it was written in the 20th. Destiny will inscribe everything. Destiny is power. It was laid a long time ago, not by you. God did it. He is the one to judge you, all the planets, the galaxies, and all the living. The prideful will be punished who are willing to direct and not obey. Don't be afraid, for I don't mean to threaten, but I alert. Now think about it. Things can be changed. Extend eternity, and you will save your child. May my idea be its cradle. They all are waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. It's a part of you. The fact that you can live and see the light, the miracle is sunlight. So is the full moon. I'm sure you know what I am saying. You weren't the ones to make it. Still, it's a wonder. Your mind is trembling to the sight of it. Your spirit is a part of your mind too. You torture it and hurt it. You don't want to understand that God has given it to you. You waste yourself and you destroy yourself. A different world is there in front of you. Your memory will keep it all intact. As you ascend into the clouds, you'll think, you were so wrong. Indifference has killed us. The greed for profit has destroyed our bodies and put out our spirit, diminishing the weak. You only ruin things. You celebrate the wealth and you forget your soul. No subtle, so subtle, and so gentle. It can be torn, but can't be fixed. What's gone is gone. You came to earth and you came not for evil. Your life was granted by the space. Your soul was given by eternity. There is a single God, and you're his child. Please don't profane. Take care of yourself. I see it all. The day you were born, what lies ahead of you. I can take you up at any time, or I can keep you down to make you understand. To live with pain, with sickness and frustration, it's like a punishment. And if you praise me, take me closer to your heart, I'll lift you up and you will get to see the beauty of unearthly life. But it may be far, but still is near. Your mind will see it all, the future, the past, the present, living down on earth. You'll enjoy eternity. We'll speak to God. You'll see the light. Earthly trouble won't bring you down. Relief and peace will stay with your family. They'll shed some tears and will quiet down. They'll walk the same road. There's just no other way. Each person can be told their destiny. There's no point in this, however. You don't need to know. Go on with your life. God will take you as he needs you. It can be predicted, but you will hurry, rush, and rage. This isn't life, but an existence full of anguish. Just be yourself. Take care of earth, the world, and all the living. Take care of one another to keep away the darkness. The foundation was once laid, and let it stay. Just let it be. Disciple, please tell me, once Bishop Luke, a famous surgeon, was asked if he believed in the existence of the soul, as he had dissected a dead human body so many times. He replied, I have dissected a human body many times, but I've never seen either thought or intelligence in it. I saw organs, just dead organs. Teacher, what can you add to what was said? Teacher, it is difficult to add something to what was said because it says it all. Yes, body, a dead body is a used material. Thought, mind, and soul, I repeat, are invisible substances of the division, of the divine subtle world, which cannot be seen with the naked eye, only with the mind. It is possible to feel all the invisible, for thought itself and spirit are this hidden world, but exist. Mind, thought, and soul, whatever you call them, enter God's world and continue their eternal existence. One more thing. If people positively treat spirituality during their life, then they will see everything. If they have negative emotions towards it, then this is not a human, but a walking dead without mind and reason. To be more exact, zombies, living at someone's expense for their benefit, but this benefit awaits them ahead. God's grace, or the overmind, will eventually ask them why they were like that. I can't say what and how the personality that ruined its soul during life will answer, but they will have to explain. Disciple. I understand all this in the following way. If sacraments of the other spiritual world were revealed to us, then people would become lazy. Although this is already happening, they would be waiting for the death, not with tears in their eyes, but somehow otherwise. Teacher. Reason spoke in you. Exactly this would happen. Praise your Creator with all your body, mind, and good thoughts. And finally, with all your heart, which might reveal you something to enjoy but not to harm. Adhering to the faith, you save your body and your soul. Lose faith, you lose it all. You are right, and if all the sacraments of Genesis were revealed to you, then earth would be pure. However, to acquaint and prepare someone is not a sin, because a believer will know exactly what awaits ahead. Such man will live a worthy life in the body without any harm to his soul or himself. I do not limit anyone. By learning, you aspire to everything. That is God's call. That is called God's. Life is a perpetual movement of neurons of the overmind. Over time, each of you will join this system and will agree with my righteousness. I understand not every psychiatrist will agree with me. Then I will ask, who are you really? If there is such a person that can answer me, then I will canonize that person as a saint. Disciple, tell me, is it possible to overcome a spiritual crisis of the world? Teacher, the third millennium will introduce changes and will prove completely that the truth is near. I say firmly, with all the certainty, that spiritual reconstruction will happen very quickly, and the believers in all the holy will be glorified. There will be few of them, but after reconstruction, the earth will get a lungful of fresh air, and life will become much more beautiful and more natural because it will shake off all centuries old spiritless trash. Disciple. What is the fracture of time? Teacher. It is the invisible world again. Only neurons of its life are much lighter, even than your other world. It is easy to get into this world. Just need to find the entrance gate, and gates are everywhere. If anyone gets there for at least a moment, a big term of existence passes on earth, for this world was not created in 7 earthly days. God placed everything worthy. It's up to him to decide who will surmount what time in his dignity, but his biases, or all his creations, will only remain creations of the creature. Disciple. Mr. Globa, one of the famous Russian astrologers, predicts a war in Russia. How can it be changed in case this prediction proves correct? I think if any military actions will be deployed there, it will also affect Ukraine. Teacher. This needs to be taken very seriously, for the planets will start their cosmic influence. Understand it whatever you want. They will affect the mass movement in some way, but fortunately bypass Ukraine. Although the echo of unrest will touch it, mainly eastern and central parts, but it's not much. Disciple. There is such a thing as the connection between worlds. Is the main connected to these worlds? And is man connected to these worlds? Teacher. Yes, the man is connected. Namely, brain helps to maintain the connection, but not entirely. Some information gets through and some is blocked. In short, everyone gets not according to their merits, but to their human faith. What attitude there is towards God, such is the response. If there were no connection, then there wouldn't be anything. A brain is a man, the man who brings everything to life by the command of the brain. Certainly, this issue can be approached differently, but I think you shouldn't, for you see what's happening around. Disciple. Thank you. I understand all of this. Today, on August 14th, I saw for it myself when heard from someone I know what he saw a UFO at 4:20 a.m. exactly. He asked me not to tell anyone because he would be laughed at for what he really saw. Once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dear readers, we will pause and stop there for now. We will resume play on another day at another time with the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Until next time, dear readers, I pray thee well. Good evening, good night, and God bless. Thank you.